Oh, Xbox has your attention now. Thinking of copping the new AMD GPU from Strawberry in chat. That's funny. That is a hoot. That's funny. Thinking of copping the new AMD GPU. Where was that particular little message? Who the fuck said it? Huh? There it is, Straw Hat Lad. Oh, boy. I'll see you in an hour. Where your ass was at last Marketing Monday when we talked about Sony. And actually, that was probably Marketing Wednesday because they revealed it. Sony's big fucking reveals of their games and their price. And we said, damn, this war's heating up. But I'd give the edge to Sony. And Microsoft watched, dude. Bill Gates himself watched my last Marketing Monday and he said, fuck, Atrioc still gives Sony the edge? We got to do something. And they brought a fucking nuke, dude. They brought their kill streak. They pulled it out. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about that. Xbox mauled, they didn't get TikTok, so they took Bethesda. That's one theory. Oh, but first it's pasta time. Delicious pasta straight from Chef Ari. Here's a good website for you guys. It's a fun little website. It's called asset-com. It shows you the most valuable companies in the world in a current ranking. Apple currently the most valuable in the world. Microsoft second most valuable, 1.5 trillion. True. You guys are right. They're worth quite a bit. But Nvidia's not that far behind, dude. We're top 20. Nvidia right here. Well, that was a good intro. Those were all related to today's topic. Marketing Monday. Xbox just struck back. The revenge. Bill Gates from beyond the grave, when he's not busy putting microchips in our vaccines, as my aunt told me about on Facebook, is actually telling the Microsoft board to acquire Bethesda for $7.5 billion. One of the largest acquisitions in the gaming space ever. For reference, let me try to draw you up something here. This is Marketing Monday after all. Let me try to give you guys a sense of scale. I feel like you guys never get a sense of scale. Oh, well, speaking of that, I did not scale this fucking scene correctly. There's two? Why do I have one large one in front of one small one? This is how I present at NVIDIA, dude. I always have one PowerPoint that's zoomed in front of another one. So, Twitch was a pretty big acquisition. That was acquired by Amazon for $1 billion. A little under, actually. $1 billion. Mojang was acquired. This is Minecraft, which was the biggest game in the world at the time it was acquired. And also attracts an audience that's hard to get, which is kids, who tend to stick to a few number of games. This one, I just use a different one, was acquired, let's say like this, $2.5 billion. Wow, $2.5 billion? That is a fucking lot of money. I personally bought it for fucking $15 on Java. And today, dwarfing all of this by a massive factor, was Bethesda and all of its games in perpetuity, Bethesda and ZeniMax, for $7.5 billion. Let's get a bit of a comparison going on here to some even larger numbers that helps put this into context. This is how much Sony made all year. This is a flex. This is a flex. This is Microsoft having a beef with someone and going and buying a car that's about as much as the other person makes in a year. Yeah, they make about $8.3 billion a year in net income. This is not like people, I think, that don't know the console wars. think that Microsoft and Sony are similar sized companies. And they are not. It is not close. Microsoft's yearly income would not fit on this chart. It's near like $48 billion. And all of Sony's other businesses are not doing that well. Sony owns a movie studio. I don't know if you guys know that. The Spider-Man pictures come out through Sony. Spider-Man owns the rights to Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man. They also they make TVs, consumer products. People aren't buying Walkmans though. Let me tell you. Sony's worth $100 billion, yeah, but that's still 1/15 of Microsoft. Okay, and their income is about 1/15 of Microsoft too. So there you go. Sony could not afford this acquisition. This acquisition is a flex in the console war. This is Microsoft continuing to say, we will not lose this. Microsoft has clearly made it a strategic priority, an important fucking part of their future of their business in gaming to win this console war and use that to win the cloud gaming war. They have to do that. They want to be the Netflix of gaming. Now, how does Netflix win versus its competitors? By having more exclusive content. How do you get more exclusive content? You buy it, okay? Netflix does this by buying exclusive production deals with people like Adam Sandler or production companies or things like that. That's where Netflix originals come from. What Microsoft is going to do is not make their own. They're going to buy studios and then essentially make their own, okay? And Sony knows this, okay? And it's going to be hard for them to counter that. One of their biggest advantages Sony had was better games. They have more consistent lineup of better games. Microsoft is willing to spend their way out of that hole, and this is sort of proving it. Now, let's talk about some of the main things people are saying. Number one is they're saying, oh, well, I heard that the games won't be exclusive. Let me be very clear. Bethesda games, AAA games going forward, are very, very likely to not come out on PlayStation. Almost certainly. And for sure will not come out on any other pass service, okay? It'll be either timed exclusive with some kind of way to make money in the back end, or they'll be pure exclusives. You do not spend $7.5 billion on a company that would help your competitor, okay? That's just not why you do it. Don't say 7.5 ninjas. Someone in chat saying they don't want their expensive game company to not keep printing dollar bills. Let me tell you something. You don't buy Bethesda because it prints dollar bills, okay? You buy Bethesda because owning the Netflix of gaming prints dollar bills. And you need games to do that. You are willing to take a loss. Bethesda is going to take a loss. They're not worried about making extra money by selling a few more copies of Elder Scrolls on fucking PlayStation. They don't care if Bethesda as a unit makes money anymore. It's like Twitch with Amazon Prime. It's like, or Twitch Prime, I'm sorry. Twitch does not make money. Twitch currently loses money. Now, there is goals. That's why you hear about the new forced mid-rolls and everything, all the ad stuff. Amazon is trying to make Twitch more profitable. But at the end of the day, Twitch and Amazon Prime Video and all that shit is a service to sell toilet paper. It's a service to make you hooked into Amazon Prime so you buy all that shit on Amazon. Okay? All this shit is part of our larger ecosystem. Our lost leaders. Owning Bethesda is part of that. Their goal is to dominate the cloud, and they will stop at nothing, okay? And clearly, they think it's fucking important because these are expensive acquisitions. $7.5 billion is a lot of money to throw at this. And $7.5 billion plus they're making the console so fucking cheap, they're losing money on it. So between those two things, Microsoft is going to be bleeding money for the launch of this Xbox. And they have to get market share. They have to. They have to publish this game for PS5 exclusively. This game is going to be so dog shit supported. I can't imagine a game with fewer upcoming patches. This game's going to be buggy as shit. You think Bethesda is going to spend time supporting Deathloop after they're literally owned by Microsoft? That is so funny. It's a time exclusive? Yeah, all right. Well, wait for the time to run out before you see any updates. I'll tell you that. Now, that's not, again, this is not the end of anything. But it is another fucking notch in Microsoft's cap. Where we're finding out that the real fucking weapon they have is Game Pass. Sony's trying to make something, and with all the PS4 games, they're getting something close. It's good. But Game Pass is just a lot of value. Sick. Now, I think the real winner on both these fucking consoles is PC. Because everything is no longer exclusive to consoles, dude. Even when Microsoft buys Bethesda, they're happy with everything coming out on PC. So it's awesome for PC, dude. It really is a good fucking... All of this news has been only good for PC. Because to make up the cost of getting everything exclusive, both sides are releasing everything on PC for extra cash. They don't see PC as a threat, which means the PC value proposition to a consumer is actually fucking huge. Right as some of the greatest GPUs in history are hitting. Pog you. Xbox One. Well, Xbox One lost the war hard, as I mentioned in my first Marketing Monday. Xbox One was a total disaster. PS4 won handily. And this is going to be the close one. Nobody's just flopping out of the gate. PS3 was kind of a flop out of the gate, and so Xbox won that one. And in the next one, Xbox One was a flop out of the gate, and so Sony won that one. Now, neither side are flopping out of the gate. Both sides realize that it sucks when they lose. And, listen, here's the most important thing. If there's one thing you take away from all this, it's this, okay? Let me go full screen and tell you. Whoever wins the next generation could win forever. It's either the next generation or the one right after that. Whoever wins the generation where we go to the cloud is the permanent winner, okay? Because once you get locked into a subscription service, you don't want to leave it. Once you're on Netflix, for example, you're hooked for life. People are on Netflix forever. They don't leave. Once you have your cloud gaming service that has all of your games forever, you don't want to leave it. It's like Steam, dude. Nobody wants to leave Steam. It could be multiple servers. Yeah, you could buy both. Yes, they could be. They're not going to die, but I'm saying once one gets the lead, it's very hard to ever lose it. Nobody's taking over Netflix's spot, dude. Disney Plus came out of the gate with a huge fucking marketing blitz. They have great titles. Disney Plus is doing well. It has not hurt Netflix at all. Netflix is the clear number one locked in, okay? So, I would say this is a very important generation. This is like the most important. And I think Microsoft clearly realizes it and Sony's starting to realize it. I think Sony just like does their thing and they're good at it. And PS5 is going to be great. But I think Xbox knows this is like their do or die moment. And they're spending dummy money. Someone asked the all-important question, will this stunning picture of a mountain be Xbox exclusive? Elder Scrolls 6. Will this mountain be only on Xbox? You know what I think? Yes. I do. On PC. It'll be on PC and Xbox. Here's what I don't think. There's two options. Now, there's actually three options. The third is that it never gets released. And that one might be the most likely. They don't even have to work anymore. Everyone at Bethesda is doing bong hits and buying Ferraris. They all just made a boatload. They're not going to work hard on this. But assuming it comes out, here's the deal. The options are timed. They haven't decided yet. Here's the actual answer is I can't predict it because they haven't decided. They're thinking about it. I'm certain. I'm sure I have the meetings right now. The first wave of Bethesda games will probably have timed exclusive, some multi-platform to keep up appearances and to get through the churn of things that are already being worked on. That's probably what will happen. Long term, this shit's all going exclusive to Microsoft. They own it. $7.5 billion. You buy something, you want it to be exclusive. Now, will Elder Scrolls 6 ever show up in a Sony Game Pass or a bundle or their cloud service? No, never, ever, ever guaranteed. Will you be able to buy a disc copy of this game on PS5? Maybe. I can't say no on that because the community outrage would be high. That being said, it's still very likely. This game's a killer app. Killer apps are how you get people to buy your consoles. If they make this exclusive, people will buy Xbox for it. And so why wouldn't they? Yeah. Now, if Todd Howard has anything to say about it, this game's going to be out on your refrigerator before it hits PS5. This game will be out on your fucking calculator, on your watch, on your on your fucking Roomba before it comes out on PS5. Todd Howard will put this game out on every fucking possible screen. But I don't think it's going to make it to your PS5. But we'll see. When Netflix first started, okay, Netflix was DVD by mail delivery service. And when they started streaming, it was all other people's content, okay? They had Friends, they had The Office, they had other people's content. And those studios didn't know the value of their content on streaming. So they did great deals for Netflix. They said, yeah, just give us a little bit of a cut. You can put it online. The real money's in DVDs and TV, okay? So Netflix got a huge advantage, head start. But they realized after everyone started pulling their content back off that, oh, fuck, we need our own content to fill the gaps. If we rely on other people, we're going to be out. We're going to be fucked. So they started paying billions of dollars. Netflix is spending more than anyone else, other than maybe Disney, on making their own content, their own movies, their own shows, etc. Okay? The first year they did this, they spent like $2 billion. And all the investors were like, whoa, you're spending $2 billion on fucking content? This is crazy. And they said, next year we're going to spend more. And they did. And they kept spending more. What I'm trying to say to you is, if Microsoft believes in this strategy, $7.5 billion in Bethesda is not the beginning. I mean, it's not the end. It is the beginning. Microsoft is very likely going to spend more money to acquire more studios and more exclusives and try to get a completely unbeatable cloud gaming service. The only thing that fucked up for them was Mixer flopping. They really planned on Mixer doing better. So they could own the streaming. They could have you end to end. You'd log on, you'd watch your favorite streamer on Mixer, you could click in right into the cloud and play the game on Xbox Game Pass. You'd have the Xbox machine in your living room. It would be a whole ecosystem. Because that's how gamers, that is the most important things for gamers today, is like most gamers watch shit on Twitch and YouTube, and they play games on their console, and then if they get a subscription service, they'll use that for the cloud. Microsoft wanted to own all three, and they flopped on Mixer. They flopped hard. So that was a weakness in their armor. Because the most popular games of tomorrow are still going to be determined by influencers on Twitch and YouTube. That's gotten more and more important. And Microsoft doesn't own them and can never own them. Because Amazon and Google own them, and they're just as big. So we'll see how that plays out. But, okay, so now let me explain a little bit more. Every game company now has to include in their budget, if they're smart, money for Twitch and YouTube influencers. They have to. They have to spend money on these things. If you're going to make your game big, you got to spend money on Twitch and YouTube influencers. Okay? It's hard not to. So, Microsoft doesn't want to be in a world where they are releasing games on their own studios. They have to constantly spend money to Amazon and Google. But they have to. That's the world they live in. Mixer flopped. Atrioc, do you think there's a conflict in competition and monopolistic practices if they start acquiring more studios? Yes. Do I think anyone at all in any country will enforce anti-monopoly procedures? No. No, I don't. Monopolies no longer get punished. Okay? Say it with me. We love monopolies. What if Microsoft bought Discord? That's not crazy. It's actually one of the smartest things I heard in chat, dude. So nobody's acquired Discord yet. Discord is the hottest acquisition, I would think, among anyone trying to build a whole ecosystem in the gaming space. Discord is like where Twitch was. If you think about where Twitch was when it got acquired, that's where Discord is right now. I bet you can get Discord for about $1 to $2 billion, and it's worth it. Discord's actually a very smart suggestion. I wasn't even thinking about that, but they are actually at the perfect stage of their life to get acquired. What's your favorite Xbox game franchise? Let me list all the great ones. Well, there's Halo. Elder Scrolls. Fallout. That's a big 3. That's a killer 3. Wolfenstein, Evil Within, Dishonored. Holy shit. The Xbox exclusive list has gotten way bigger today.